Hi, Rachel Elder, and this is day 19 out of 30 behind the scenes with Connected Couples Counseling. So, I have been off since June 24th. I did a quick little video last week. I worked for like 2 hours last Thursday after getting home. So, my list of what needs to be done is pretty lengthy, and today is also a shorter work day for me. It's about a half day, as I am the main parent in our relationship dynamic who does appointments for our child. So, I got to pick her up early to get her to an appointment a little bit later, which impacts my work day. But a motto I keep telling myself is she's only little for so long. Someday she'll be taking herself to appointments. And so, when I get in my head about like I need to be working or oh, it's another appointment that I need to like take away time in my schedule, I recenter myself of I am so blessed to be her mom. I am so blessed to have a job that is flexible, even though a few videos ago I talked about like the struggle of being a working parent. But I am so grateful and so blessed, and I want to focus on that instead of the lack or the negative impact that this can feel like sometimes. So, with about my half day, I negotiated with my child. She didn't want to go to camp yet, and so I said, "Okay, if you let me do some work, you can go to camp a little bit later." So, I've got about 30 minutes to get a few things done, and the number one priority today that I'm doing is at the end of every month, I do a whole or a review of the month. So in this case, I'll do a review of June. And in that, I shared the business stats. So what was the income we received? What were the expenses? How many client conversions did we have? How many networking? I share those stats for transparency with those who are working with the practice. And then I do some reflection over just the entrepreneur or the business impact. And then I also name some hopes or some goals that I have for the practice and just looping the team in. I have heard from a few business owners that do this, and I just love it. I worked in practices and settings where everything was like secretive and hush hush and like, no, you don't share that. And that's totally people's prerogative. What my focus is as a business owner is I believe in abundance. I don't believe in scarcity, even though it just comes into my mindset sometimes. And I believe in people walking the path that's going to empower them and sharing the behind the scenes of the business. I think just helps people understand what it takes to make a business work, what it looks like for the ups and downs of a business. And so I started implementing this at the beginning of the year. And I just love updating it. There's nothing crazy about it. But it's just my way of leading the team, being transparent with them, and just showing what's going on with our practice and the economic impact right now. So that's my main focus today. And then I should have written it down because I was sitting reading my for 10 minutes today reading something psychoeducational, and I had all these thoughts because I was supposed to be focusing on reading and I didn't write them down. So I'm sure they'll come back to me, but there were a few things that are like, oh, I definitely need to do that. I think what I really need to just do is like write down, like jot down all the things like, okay, I need to do this and this and this and this. So I'm really focusing on end of the month of June. Oh, budget and cash flow. You've heard me talk about that. That's on the end of the month that I need to do, or beginning of the month checklists. So I don't think that's going to happen this morning, but the hopes and goals is my main goal. And then I have a client session, I have a group practice meeting, and sometime in between those two, I'm hoping to get a workout and lunch in because moving my body, I didn't have weights to lift when I was back home, and I've missed lifting weights so bad. So I got it in yesterday, and I'm hoping to get another lifting session in today before my daughter's appointment, and then a play date with friends. And then our neighborhood does something really cool. This is not business related. They have food truck Mondays, and we always miss it. I'm always like, oh, I missed it. I see like the posts when it's 9 o'clock on Monday, but I saw it last night, and we're gonna get barbecue for dinner. And I'm so excited because I have corn casserole, and that's my favorite. And I love barbecue. So that is our evening plan. I'll be back for day 20 tomorrow.